You kindly introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Edwina Ngozi Amadife. I am 49 years old. I'm a mother of a 25-year-old boy, and I live here in Cardiff. I'm a businesswoman, so I own a hair and beauty salon here in Cardiff called Amadife Salon. I've been self-employed for 18 years. I've had the business for 18 years. The Igbo community of Wales is a charity organisation I'm quite heavily involved with. I am the vice chairperson of the community at present, and we started, it was created in 2019, which was when I joined the community. It was just a handful of people from Igbo heritage. The indigenous Igbo people are from the Enugu state of Nigeria. So we are the eastern part of Nigeria, I believe. So we are the eastern part of Nigeria, and we speak the language of Igbo. And they seem to think that every part of the world have an Igbo person living in it because we are known to be travelers. And here in Wales, when my family and I moved in, there wasn't any Igbo person here. So I believe we're probably one of the first Igbos. So I met these Igbo guys in 2019, and they told me about the community that they were forming just to get and Igbo people together to continue our tradition, to speak just hearing somebody speak your language, and you understand them, it was quite refreshing to me, apart from my family, if that makes sense. So it was no brainer that I wanted to get involved in whatever, it is that they plan to do, as long as it's progressive and it's helpful and it's a community vibe. So that was when I got involved. And the Igbo community of Wales basically focus on empowerment and education and raising awareness on different issues that the world is facing in general. We work towards sustainability, climate change awareness, and education to the younger generation, at the same time maintaining our culture, our heritage. And we actually have an Igbo community school where we teach the younger ones and the older ones that can't speak Igbo, like myself, very well, how to, the language as well. So yeah, I'm heavily involved in that, and I love that. Well, that's the thing though. We didn't want to create anything that wouldn't be sustained. And in order for us to be able to do that, we have to have certain strategies into place to make it, to make it entertaining enough for the kids to want to continue to participate, because they are the generation that's going to carry this forward, we hope. So we will teach, I thought it would be a good idea for them to start learning about climate change. So it was something that we talked about in class, and I was part of the teachers that were there, so I had to explain to them what climate, because these kids are aged between 4 and the oldest being me. And I'm like really old, so they're like 4, 6, 7. Some of them don't even know what climate change, but a lot of them knew, the older ones knew what I was talking about. And I said, right, so part of what we decided to do will be how we can help within to contribute towards climate change. And then when I explained to them that it's not about going to the forest and planting trees, that's not the only way you can help. You can help by recycling, helping, understanding what recycling is all about. And the more you do it, the more people do it, the better the climate will be, because we'll have like bottles and litters and seas and stuff like that. So they got that, and a lot of them went home and was practicing it. So some of them have got pictures of what they have recycled. So for me, that's just an insight of an education. If they learn how to do this now, by the time they're my age, it will become second nature to them. You know, I had to learn to do that because I didn't do that growing up. We didn't recycle. We chucked everything in one bin. So that was one. Another one I thought would be a good idea for them to also get involved with was growing things, helping the climate, helping the bees, and like growing like sunflowers and stuff like that, something that you can grow at home. Sustainability is not just about having the money to do something, but it's about contributing towards that as well.
Right.
So I decided that it'd be a good idea to let them grow their own vegetables or plants or whatever. So I had a lesson where we had seeds, giving it to the children. So they went home, they planted it, and they would take pictures of it and watch it grow. Some of them have got sunflowers taller, you know, so they loved that experiment. And I think that kind of, to the point where they're like, we want to have an allotment so we can grow trees and help the climate. And I was like, they get it. Do you know what I mean? So for me, that job is done. So part of my manifesto was to look more into climate change and sustainability. And I didn't know where to start or who to talk to. But I know I needed a little bit more of an insight and something that will actually give me the go ahead, do you know what I mean? That to show me that it's possible, and to also learn from the people that are already doing it. So I went online, as we do nowadays. So I went online and I Googled like companies that deal with sustainability, climate change, charitable organizations, and Sub-Sahara Advisory Panel came up, which is you guys. And I also had, is it Eggin, came up as well. There was another one, I can't remember what it was. It's Keep Wales Tidy, I think. Yeah. So those three just came up, and I thought, oh, okay, I need to learn something from somebody. I need to learn a bit more, or to actually see it in action, to see what is achievable, you know, because I have no idea, but all I know is that it's a good thing and I want to get involved. And I have a community that I believe we equally like to get involved. And it's one of the things that is so important today, that the more we do now, the better the future will be. So, and I have 500 people I can reach out to and say, look, let's do a day of litter picking. And that is something, you know. So I thought, right, it's important to learn or to speak to somebody that can actually educate us a little bit more about it. And that was when I reached out to you guys. And you were kind enough to invite me to one of your meetings, which was, I was totally blown away by what I saw and learned that day. I think I was quite lucky because your members had just come back from a trip, hadn't they? And I came in halfway, so I saw the video of what they did in a country where they helped like rebuild a swampy area and made it more comfortable. I don't know if I'm airing it wrong, but that was what I saw, and I thought, oh my God! So you were able to go somewhere and help them rechange and make a space useful and usable that was a swamp once upon a time, and the villagers can go and sit down and hang out and do whatever. And that is so much, it's quite an inspiring thing to do. And to know that that is possible, and to know how helpful it is to those people, is part of something that I want to be a part of, you know. And then from learning that, and also I saw the paintings with the painters that were beautiful, and the way they explained how they saw the world basically through an eye of a painter, of what we can do to make the world a better place, plant more trees, pick and litters. All this was into a painting of a human being. That was really, really nice. That was lovely. So I took all that in and I thought, wow, so there's so much. It's about knowledge, isn't it? It's about knowing what can be done, and then you can just run off on your own little territory and do the best that you can, because that's what I think it is all about. So why so inspired me enough to think that my community could get involved in this, and it would give us something to focus on also, and whatever we achieve from it can only be a good thing. I would probably say that a good ancestor is probably somebody that has a vision of what they would like to achieve in life and focus on that and drive that through. And when I think good ancestor, I'll probably say somebody like, or that as an inspiration, probably somebody like Mother Teresa or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Because she saw the help that is needed. It's in a different format, and she gave so much to those children, and for me, that is quite an inspiring character, I will also, there's so many, so many. And I think what it comes down to for me is somebody, a good person, somebody that is willing to make changes, somebody that is willing, better changes, not just any changes, and somebody that is willing to drive forward for the future rather than backwards. I think it's very important to, even if you're not, like I said earlier, I am not educated about climate change and sustainability, but I know it's happening. I know the climate change is real, and I know it's equally important to get involved in whichever way, shape or form that you can. I don't know much about it, so I'm learning as I go along, and your community was so helpful. They gave us so much of an insight of what is possible, that my community is talking about it and they want to get involved. And for me, that is like I said, possibly up to 500 people that can start doing something about it. So I am really, really excited to see where that will go.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.